Have you ever noticed how motivated you feel late at night? You tell yourself that tomorrow will be different. You'll wake up early, go to the gym, eat healthier, finally start that project, maybe even turn your entire life around. Everything feels possible. You set alarms, make a plan, and go to sleep convinced that this time is different. Then morning arrives. The alarm rings. Your bed suddenly feels warmer than ever. The excitement from last night is gone, and the person who made all those promises feels like someone else entirely. If that sounds familiar, there's a reason. Most people believe successful people simply have more motivation than everyone else. They imagine disciplined people wake up every morning excited to work, eager to exercise, and full of energy. But that's almost never true. The difference isn't that they have more motivation. It's that they stop depending on it. The biggest misunderstanding about motivation is believing it's part of your personality. It isn't. Motivation is a feeling, and feelings are temporary. They rise and fall throughout the day for reasons that often have nothing to do with your goals. A good conversation can make you feel inspired. A motivational video can convince you that today is the day everything changes. Even a good night's sleep can make the future seem brighter. But none of those feelings were designed to last. Motivation behaves a lot like the weather. Some days the sky is clear, and everything feels easy. Other days it's cloudy, and even the simplest task feels exhausting. You don't get angry because it rains. You accept that weather changes. Yet when motivation disappears, we treat it as proof that something is wrong with us, when in reality, we were simply expecting a temporary emotion to act like a permanent one. This is where successful people quietly separate themselves from everyone else. They don't wake up every morning hoping motivation shows up. They've built a life that keeps moving even when it doesn't. Think about brushing your teeth. Almost nobody stands in front of the mirror waiting to feel inspired before picking up a toothbrush. You don't negotiate with yourself. You don't watch motivational videos about dental hygiene. You simply do it because it's become part of your routine. The decision was made so long ago that it no longer feels like a decision at all. That's exactly what habits are. People often think habits exist to make life more productive. In reality, they exist to eliminate unnecessary decisions. Every time you rely on motivation, you're asking yourself the same question over and over again. Asterisk, do I feel like doing this today? Asterisk. The problem is that your brain almost always prefers comfort over effort. That's not laziness. That's biology. Your brain is designed to conserve energy whenever possible because, for most of human history, wasting energy could mean not surviving. This is why motivation feels so powerful in the beginning but fades so quickly. Inspiration temporarily overpowers your brain's desire for comfort. It creates excitement, confidence, and urgency. But emotions always return to normal. When they do, comfort takes over again, and suddenly the goals that felt exciting yesterday start feeling optional today. The mistake isn't losing motivation. The mistake is building your entire life around a feeling that was never meant to stay. Real change begins when your identity changes. Someone who exercises consistently doesn't wake up every morning trying to convince themselves to go to the gym. At some point, they stop thinking, I should work out, and start thinking, asterisk, I'm someone who works out. Asterisk, the same is true for reading, saving money, writing, studying, or eating healthy. Identity removes the negotiation that motivation never could. Imagine an airplane flying across the ocean. Most of the journey isn't controlled by a pilot constantly making dramatic decisions. Once the destination is set, autopilot quietly handles thousands of tiny adjustments that keep the plane moving in the right direction. Your habits work the same way. Every small routine you repeat becomes another adjustment that keeps your life pointed toward the future you actually want. You don't need constant excitement. You need a system that keeps moving even when you don't feel like moving. The best part is that none of this requires changing your life overnight. You don't need to suddenly become a different person. You don't need endless motivation or the perfect morning routine. You simply need one action that's small enough to repeat tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that. Read one chapter. Go for one walk. Write one page. Study for 30 minutes. None of those actions will change your life today, but repeated often enough, They'll change the kind of person you believe yourself to be. A tree doesn't grow because one day it tried harder than usual. It grows because every single day it keeps doing what trees do. For weeks, sometimes months, it looks like nothing is happening. Then one day, everyone notices how much it has grown. People are no different. The lives we admire are rarely built through moments of extraordinary motivation. They're built through ordinary actions repeated long after the excitement has disappeared. So stop waiting to feel motivated, because motivation will always come and go. But the person you become is built by what you do after motivation leaves.